Guys, a bit of a different video for you today. I feel like there's a lot of graphic designers, creative professionals out there that struggle with pricing their work and also struggle with just charging more. We recently did this video series called Logo Design Battles, where we got you guys and other people to design a logo based on the same brief and we battled it out. If you want to go watch those videos, I would highly recommend it. Go and click the link in the comments below or in the description. It will take you to the series. We put a lot of time, effort and money into that, so it would mean the world. But the crazy thing that I think everyone found with this series was how much or how little these designers were actually charging for their services and for amazing work. You see, there's this weird thing at the moment. The community and the culture of graphic design is the more you charge, the better you are, which really isn't the case at all. You will see some amazing graphic designers and amazing creatives out there in the world that don't charge as much as they should. That is for a number of reasons. The most important reasons that we found that people weren't charging enough was either location. So maybe it's not New York City, where a lot of people can afford to pay graphic designers more. Maybe it's even their country. Maybe they're from like Indonesia, where logo design services and just graphic design services in general is highly competitive. Therefore, it doesn't matter how good you are, the price is going to be different. You'll hear stories about how designers charge $50 for amazing work that could be valued at anywhere up to $5,000 to $10,000. And even that valuation that I've given, take it with a pinch of salt, because as I'm going to teach you today, hopefully in this really quick video, pricing is kind of a taboo in the creative field. And I want to get rid of that with you without gatekeeping, without withholding anything. I just want to give you my raw thoughts, things that you can do based on what I've seen over the past few weeks in this series of how you can start charging more no matter what stage you are in your journey. Let's cut to the point. You want to charge more. The easiest way of doing that is by simply charging more. For me back in the day, pricing was always kind of tricky. I remember my first logo was for £60 for a neighbor, and that logo I still see nearly every few days because he lives right next to me. And it's a great reminder of humble beginnings. It was for a painting and decorating service, and I charged like £60 or something like that, and I was very happy that I got £60. However, I started to create content and I started to put work out on my portfolio, and because I was putting work out on social media, not just YouTube, not teaching, just putting it out on Instagram, Behance, and people enjoyed my work, I was getting more orders, so therefore I needed to increase my pricing. I thought if I increase the pricing, then I'll get less orders. But that wasn't the case. I just kept getting more and more orders because every time I increased the price, someone would still come and they may battle me on the price, and it was still good. So it went from $60 all the way up to $100, all the way up to $500, $1,000, $2,000, and even nowadays we sometimes charge over £20,000, $30,000 to $40,000, depending on what we do for the client and depending on who they are. Now that isn't me gloating. That is just me trying to give you some sort of inspiration for where you could go as a freelancer or as someone who is a studio owner. But the key questions you should be asking is how and how. How do you do that? The way you increase your price is simple. Just add some zeros or just increase the price and be ready for a lot of rejection. But here's some ways that you can actually increase your price effectively that I found to work, and when I've told others how to do it in our course called Logo Launch, in our pricing module, they have found it very successful as well. Confidence. Designers lack confidence, especially people who have come out of university. Maybe you're a freelancer. Maybe you suffer with the cliche imposter syndrome like I do myself. We don't have much confidence. We think all the time, because of social media, we are comparing our work to others. There are so many talented designers out there that aren't even on social media. There are so many talented designers out there that I've never worked with like what I call a AAA company, like a huge corporation. They have just done their work silently. Confidence can be gained not by you through your work and just dealing with your troubles when you're working. Confidence gained by clients or potential clients comes from a few things, and this is completely within our control. Now, a lot of designers believe that they have to be confident in themselves to charge more, but in reality, that isn't the case. Confidence doesn't just come from us feeling confident. We actually have to make the client feel confident, or potential people we want to work with. So here's a few great ways of making clients feel a bit more confident about you and your abilities. Number one, your portfolio. You can be the best designer, but if you don't have a great portfolio, then no one knows who you are or what you do. Your portfolio isn't a place for you to just shout about your work and it's your nice little corner. No, it is the place where you market yourself. It's where you target a specific client base and run with it. That is where you target what kind of work you want to do. If you want to design posters, then don't put any logo work up. Design amazing posters. Get it in front of those who need posters designed. If you want to design album artwork and you want to be a bit more artistic in your design, then design fake album artworks. Reimagine album artworks from different bands and put them online and share them. Put them on your portfolio. Your portfolio doesn't have to be full of real work. In fact, some of your best work will be the passion projects that you do that the client will love. That is one way of getting confidence from the client. Your experience and past work is another way of gaining confidence. Now, a lot of the time, I can't share who I've worked with, which is a bit of a problem because as you start to grow in the industry, you start to realize there's so many NDAs. You can't say anything. For anyone who doesn't know, the NDA is a non-disclosure agreement where you can't disclose who you're working for or how much or the contents of the work. I'm okay with that because it has to happen in some cases and it happens a lot with us and we're perfectly reasonable with that. However, your past work and who you've worked for should bolster you to the next person. That doesn't mean to reject anyone. It just means keep in mind that the people you're working for now will probably refer you to the next client. If you have any achievements. So for me, I look to my social media following, the videos that we've created to help people as like an achievement that can give you confidence to the client. That will make them feel like you are a real person. So getting in front of them, it's just an achievement to have. And also it's getting eyeballs on your work as well. So those are some actions that you can take to make clients feel more confident about your work, regardless of how you're confident. Now, for any of you that have a portfolio, I would highly recommend you use Squarespace. And anyone who's watching this, whether you're a creative, whether you're in employment right now in an agency, it doesn't matter where, Squarespace is the platform for you to host your website and to build it. We've been using Squarespace for years. In fact, we use Squarespace now for Design Academy, where we have a course on there on logo type design. It's not like a generic build website where it's all templates. No, they have pre-made templates, thousands of award-winning ones. However, you can like fully customize that. It's crazy. They've got a new fluid engine where you can literally just design on top of it. You can be a graphic designer. You don't need to know code to use Squarespace. However, you can design it in any way you like. It's pretty remarkable. So if you want to have your portfolio on there, you can do that. If you want to have an online shop on there, you can do that too. And if you want to design and create a course, then you can put that on there too. Squarespace is so versatile. And if you click the link below, you'll get 10% off after a free trial where you can actually create a website and play around with it and see what you like. Thank you, Squarespace, for sponsoring this video. So let's now talk about ways of increasing your actual price. The first step is to simply charge more. If you're someone who is getting a logo design project per week and you like that, then that is brilliant. You get it all done within the week. Brilliant. It's going to take trial and error. Depending on the people who follow you, depending on the people who like your work, who are being referred to, their sort of demographics, they will have their own ecosystem, their own economy, and there will be a point of how much you can stop charging. So let's say now you're working for $50 for a logo. Why don't you bump it up to, let's say, $75 for a logo and see how that goes? Just see how it goes. Simply just increase it. The problem that we get as designers is that we feel scared that we're not going to make any money. And sometimes that is the 100% truth. But I found that if your work is good enough, if you show yourself out there and you don't increase your prices to an extortionate rate where it's unfair on the client, which it should never be, by the way, it should never be unfair. And I'll explain how you can work this out soon. You will keep getting work. The second way is to simply work out a rough hourly rate that you may have. Let's say you've worked in an agency before and you were working for $40 to $50 an hour. Do $40 or $50 an hour. But hey, Will, you keep saying never charge by the hour. True, don't charge by the hour. Try and work out how much it will take or how long it will take you to do, and simply just do $40 to $50 an hour times by 12 hours if you think it's going to take 12 hours. Now, once you've done that, you want to add some profit on at the end. So just simply do a percentage and you can add like 20% on as your profit. So boom, there you go. You've worked out a pricing strategy that you think will work. And based on that, you can kind of work out any logo depending on the deliverables. And obviously this really does depend on what kind of design work you do. Full brand identity is going to take a lot longer than it is going to take just one logo or one poster most of the time. Another way of increasing your price is something called value-based pricing. You've probably heard from this from people like Christo, absolute legend, and other people who claim to talk about it all the time. Here's how value-based pricing works. You have a small company, maybe they are a small coffee shop, and they ask you to design a logo. And you want to increase your prices. You want to charge the most. So you say, that is absolutely fine. I will charge you $100,000. Obviously, they're going to say no because it's just ridiculous. You've charged them too much because the value that you'll bring to them financially and within their own brand isn't the same as $100,000. It won't work. But if you said, yeah, let's do it for $1,000 or $100, depending on how big or small this coffee shop is. Remember, it's just a local one. And they say, yep, that's perfect. You only get paid $100 or $200, but you've increased your brand awareness still. Now, let's say Starbucks or a bigger company comes to say, look, I want you to design this logo. Not like it would ever happen, but let's say it is Starbucks. This is a conglomerate. Anything that you design for them is going to be used. They've come to you because they know exactly what you're doing and they want you to be part of this. So charging $10,000 or going up there into a really high rate is where the value comes from, because they're going to get a lot more value from your work financially than that smaller coffee shop. It's basically the bigger the company, the more you charge, the more influence that your design will have, the more you can charge. I've broken that down into a very simple way. However, there is a few nuances though in there, so don't take that as gospel. I'm going to be making a new video where I explain more of those nuances in our how to price video. So the question is, how do you increase your prices, or how do you charge more? It's simple. You increase them. I know that's not the advice that you want to hear. However, let me put it to you like this. I know some of you will be like, I've just watched a video and Will's just said, just increase your price with no guidance. Well, here's a challenge for you. Why don't you just do the 10% challenge? Increase your next project by 10%. If you're too scared to go higher than that 10%, then just do 10%. If you can go a bit more, go 20%, increase it by 20%. If you're living in fear of not having the work, then it can be quite tricky to increase your workload. If you find yourself working to the bone in design with minimal payments, that isn't conducive to creativity. That's not why we started this. That is a symptom of not pricing yourself well. If you find yourself being able to delve into a project the way that you want in your pacing and you're getting the money that you want from that, then you are perfectly pricing yourself. The simple act of just charging a little bit more every time, working out the value that that company is going to get and working with the client is how you're going to get around this issue of being scared to talk about money. Money isn't scary. They need to give you money so you can work. You need money so you can live. The way that I like to see what we do here as a company is we make money so we can design. We don't design to make money. And that is like a huge thing in my mind that I want everyone to take away from today, from this video, that if you're really into design, it's not about making the most and extorting clients. It's about having a pure love for the craft, having a passion for it. It's saying, yeah, you need money to do this. And maybe if you have a larger team, it's going to cost more. Maybe you have more experience. However, it's not about charging the money. It's about getting to do what you love. And we charge money to do what we love. We don't do what we love to make money. I know this was a different video, but if you did enjoy it, please let me know in the comments below. Everyone knows a friend as well that is struggling with this, that I've asked them. Send them this video and see whether they like it, enjoy it, whether I'm wrong. I don't know. I believe I'm right because it's worked for us. But if you did enjoy it, press subscribe, comment, and share with your buddies. Thanks guys, see you in the next one.